LCSC students of history, Professor Eric Martin here. And if you're watching this, you must be enrolled in one of my online classes. I wanted to talk with you guys about something here early in the semester, right? And this is addressed to everybody in the class, but it's particularly addressed to those of you who feel like you need to earn a particular grade in the class for whatever reason. Maybe you're trying to keep an academic scholarship. Maybe you're trying to maintain athletic eligibility. I had a student once told me that if he didn't get a certain grade in the class, his parents were going to send him off to military school. Or maybe you just have high standards for yourself, whatever the reason is. The deal is this: if you need a particular grade, the time to be thinking about that is right now, not 12 weeks from now. The time to be thinking about that is right now. All right. And I want to talk about that for just a minute. Probably preaching to the choir, but I'm going to preach on. Because every semester, there's someone who, shows up last week of class, second to the last week of class. Hey, I know I haven't been here for, haven't made an appearance online in 8 weeks, but I want to know what I can do to pass the course because I'm on some kind of an academic scholarship or whatever. Haven't been here for 8 weeks. Kind of over. And I don't want that to happen to you, right? Because I know that the online courses can be, they're convenient because you don't have a class to go to, but they're easy to put off. All right, I'm not going to talk about time management right now, but I should. But what I want to emphasize to you guys is this. I tried to make it as clear as I can in the setup of the course. The only extra credit I will entertain is the extra credit I offer every single week. Well, every other week, based on your last name. The extra credit of participating in the discussion at a high level. You can start that now. If you participate in the discussion as if you were required to every single week instead of every other week, then you build yourself up a little bit of extra credit that I can work with at the end. Okay? I'm not going to entertain anything else. So that's thing one, extra credit. Number two, and sometimes you don't need to be thinking about extra. You need to do what you were asked in the first place. Participating in the discussions at a high level. The most important thing to me in this class is that you convince me you've read the documents in the book and that you've discussed the documents in the book with your classmates. That AI didn't write your thought pieces. That'll all come out. I'll talk about that in a minute. That you didn't just, read the introduction. That'll all come out. I'll talk about that in a minute. That you actually read the material. And if I've got evidence that you have been reading and engaged in the class at a high level every single week, you guys give me something to work with as we get, closer to the end. Because if we get to the end, we get to week 12, that's not quite the end, but it's close. We get to week 12, and you start doing the math, and you're like, oh, I'm in trouble. And then, hey, Professor Martin, what can I do? Back at the beginning of the semester, I told you what to do. I told you to get involved now. All right. Yeah, let's. You know what? I'm just gonna keep talking about it till you guys are sick of hearing it. You guys ain't fooling anyone with the AI scene. All right, it'll all come out. Right, it'll all come out. So write those postings yourself. Use your own brain. Use your own ideas. I'm not worried about it being fancy. I'm not worried about it being the greatest posting you've ever written. I want it to be an honest posting where you're attempting to deal with the material. Stuff I understand, stuff I don't understand, stuff I thought was cool. You do that, you give me a lot to work with. All right. Now, having said that, a lot of you guys are doing a great job. And like I said, I know I'm preaching to the choir. The people that need to hear this didn't even turn the video on. But I want to be able to point back to the video and say, did you see the video from the beginning of the semester where I addressed the issue? All right. You guys enjoy your historical studies and get into contact with me if you've got any questions. Thanks.